Hello everyone, and welcome back to my daily live stream of Monster Hunter World Iceborne. It is the late night stream, and we are very close to breaking Master Rank 100, finally. Maybe, if we're fast enough, we can get both levels done, and then we can end our Hey Partner live stream series and just move on to helping people. What do you guys think of that? Alright, go ahead and unplug my PlayStation controller. Let's see. Grab the login bonus. How's it going, everyone? We'll go ahead and talk to him. Let's go ahead and empty out our garden. What's his name? He doesn't have a name, does he? Oh, Celiana Sailor. It's the most generic name ever. How's it going, everyone? Aiden says, it's funny because my PFP looks like the type of anime character that causes the face on Lord Kill us. PFP, what? Gage says, why would anyone subject themselves to that? 205 says, A. Otto says, holy crap, I got in just as you started. Somebody who wrote a killing monster 100 times. What are you guys talking about? Fan says, Jungle Box Hype. That's going to be on my other channel. We're going to open up our 20-year-old Jungle Booster Box and our 20-year-old Fossil Booster Box. But first, we're going to play some Monster Hunter World, right? Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and post something. We are just trying to break Master Rank 100 tonight. That's all we're trying to do. We'll start with... let's fight Diablos. I like Diablos. So before we move on, I want to thank... oh, snap! What? Dr. Badlove! Oh, for the card grading. I thought it was a donation. All right, so on my card channel, I'm offering a service where you can send your cards in, and I'll have them graded, and essentially you can get them graded for cheaper. So that wasn't necessarily a donation. He's paying for a service. But thank you anyways for that. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll get to show off the cards. When they arrive here, I'll show them off for you. And then I'll do the work of shipping them into PSA. We'll see what kind of grades they get. Hopefully 10s, right? Everyone wants 10s. Although I think you mentioned that you had the rare Pikachu that probably won't pull a 10. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm curious to see what grades you get on those. Thanks for that, man. Aiden says, yo, Gameconomist, caught a spot in session this time. Good to see you. How's it going, Aiden? Good to see you, too. I think I was about to thank Uttam Patel and as well as Drift GTR for their huge donations yesterday. Really gigantic donations. It was just a really, really crazy night yesterday, wasn't it? Sora had made a really large donation the night before as well. Absolutely nutty the last 2 days. And we pulled a shiny Charizard from the Hidden Fate set. It was like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had so much luck in my life. It was like winning the lottery or something, which I've never experienced before. It's pretty wild. So yeah, I just wanted to do a shout out for all of you guys. Thank you so much for that. Session ID. Session ID can be seen in the Discord or at the beginning of the stream, which I believe you can rewind to. So you can rewind to it. Have you thought about buying another vintage booster box? Yes, I'm strongly considering buying another first edition Rocket booster box. Or are you talking about like a oh no, you said vintage. I mostly just want the Rocket vintage booster boxes. I don't really care about anything else. Let's see what else you guys said. Jungle booster box, Papa bless. I have no responsibilities tomorrow. Oh, you're gonna stay up. What if I just open them? And then I just opened all 36 packs of the Jungle Booster Box, and then I moved on to the Fossil Booster Box, and just opened all the packs. 205 says, that Charizard was so awesome. I know, it was such a good pull. Very exciting. Aiden says, been a while since I was able to even be on when you were streaming, and a little bit longer since I snagged a spot in one. Good to be here, and by the way, I'm good, since you asked. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. What Elder Dragon do you enjoy fighting the most? Ooh. Definitely Nergigante, although I don't know how I feel about Runa Nergigante. I haven't figured his moves all out, and after building his armor set quickly and building a few of his weapons quickly, I don't really fight him anymore. But we'll be fighting him soon, because we're going to break Master Rank 100, and then we're going to be farming him up for his parts. Dest has started playing Dauntless? What? No, that's okay. He can keep an eye on it for us. Oh, I got the hiccups. Oh my god, I need to go get all of... Oh, here it is, Diablos. I need to go get all of the Raider Riders. I should make a video on getting the Raider Riders. Dude. Nice job on the flint shot. It's nice to have teammates who do it for you, huh? I'll admit, I benefit from having good teammates. Roared just in time to interrupt. And what was that? I thought I would have been hit by that, but apparently I wasn't. Yeah, it would be crazy if we just opened all 36 packs tonight, wouldn't it? That'd be a very expensive video. My favorite Elder Dragon is Namiel, says the Abyssal one. Namiel's okay. At first I liked Namiel, and then after a few fights I was like, you know, Namiel's Namiel. Namiel doesn't like blow my mind. It's just another fight. Yeah, it's what I like about Namiel is that you get 2 blights that you have to deal with, and Namiel's water attacks actually come out really fast. A few of them, and if they don't come out fast, they have really good zoning, which means you can't just avoid them. You actually have to dodge through them. So Namiel's neat. I think what disappointed me was discovering that Namiel was just a rework of the Valhazak, skeleton, right? The same issue we had with Velkhana just being a rework of Kushala, right? God, their names are so close, it always confuses me. So I think that part, I think it kind of disappointed me a little bit, because when they showed off Namiel in the trailer, they worked really hard on that trailer, right? That was a high definition sort of animation of Namiel's face, and you're like, damn, that's so cool. But then when you finally find out Namiel's just kind of like I'm saying, just a rework of the Valhazak skin, and actually not even that different, because Namiel is using all these beams, and that is faintly familiar because that's a lot of what Valhazak did. Remember, Valhazak used a lot of beams too, and not all of what Namiel does is like Valhazak. It's just that it's quite similar. Oh, it would have been so cool if I pulled that off. I wish I could say Namiel is my favorite, but I don't think Namiel is. I think it's still going to be Nergigante. Nergigante, the crazy boy. Really hope the Black Dragon teaser is an adult Zenigeva. I could take it or leave it. If only Namiel was as colorful as the Palco armor you get from it. Is he going in? Yeah, he's going in. Oh, we were in the middle of a move. Couldn't get out of it. Not really getting an opportunity to... but we lost it. We didn't time it perfectly. We lost the level of our spirit gauge. That EI slash though, damn GE. That's how the game's always been. The skeletons allow for different skins and move pools. I see. See, and I'm new to Monster Hunter. I feel like though what some veterans will do is they'll go, well, this is what they've always done, and they'll expect that to mean that what they've done is good though. And me being an outsider looking in, let me just tell you, if you try to sell me DLC and all it is a reskin of something I've already played, it's not as impressive. It doesn't really matter if you're a veteran of the game or not. That's just reality, you know what I mean? Putting together a brand new monster would be a lot more impressive, not a reskin of a monster. Alright, let's try to live. That's just my opinion. You can disagree all you want. Let's try to land this before Black Diablo. Black Diablos. God damn, dude. Don't do it, Black Diablos. Oh my god. It's impossible. Oh my gosh. You forgot to notify on Discord. This needs to stop. Oh, okay. Let me go notify on Discord. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I will definitely notify on Discord. Let's get out of here first, actually. And we can't because I don't have the pot. I don't have the Farcaster. So hold on. I'm going to go ahead and grab this link. And I'm going to head right over to the correct Discord server. We want to... Here it is in live streams. I'll say add here. Sorry, I'll be back. Wow, 3,800 people on the Discord channel I just pinged. Isn't that fun? It's too bad they don't all come to watch, but, you know, not everyone in the Discord's here to play Monster Hunter anymore. Some people have moved on from Monster Hunter. They want to play other games, but they're still active on the Discord for, you know, social reasons. That was way too early. He called Velkhana a reskin. Velkhana is a reskin. Velkhana is a reskin of Kushala Daora. They even share similar attacks. There's hold on. Nice. That felt so samurai. It's crazy. So they have some movement similarities. Some of their like it's a movement where it's like he jumps on his forward arm, his forearms. There we go. The other thing he does similar to Kushala is the running attack. The running attack is actually just the same move. Having a different opinion. How dare you? Next dev diary, we're adding magnetic spike and tonfas. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. What is this clickbaity title? This might actually be the last episode of Hey Partner, because once we reach Master Rank 100, I'm not going to call it that anymore. But it just depends on if we reach that. I think we will. I think we could tonight. Why you hurt me like this, GameCon? Why you doing me dirty? Oh my god. Black Diablos, get out of here. How's it going, Dr. Badlove? He said, finally caught you live. Glad to hear it, man. Commander Wabajack says, at least they aren't reskin Diablos. Freaking hate that guy, girl. Velkhana has different moves and longer tail. Yeah, he's still a reskin. You know, you can say that he's like Shara Ishvalda is a reskin of Zenajiva. He's a very good reskin, like, and that's, you know, that comes down to opinion, right? You can say like, I like Shara. Oh, and I just lost the game for us. No, we were so close. We should have just captured him. Nobody had traps. I didn't have traps. Nobody else had traps. We could have just captured him the whole time. We're like trying to finish him off. Nobody dunk potted Black Diablos either. Oh. I should just be doing this myself and not focusing on the chat so much. But I feel bad. I died. Oh, and we were out of lives too. I didn't realize anyone had died. Or was it only a one life run? Somebody else must have died when I wasn't looking. It's really a good rework. That's right. The Shara Ishvalda rework of the Zenajiva, it is a rework of the Zenajiva frame. That's what it is. But it's a very good one. And so the experience is unique. And that's how it has to be for Velkhana and for Namiel as well. But when you play for a while, when you play long enough, you start to see more of the similarities than you do the differences, in my opinion. Hal Dragon says, hello, Gameconomist. How's it going, man? Yeah, that was a big cart. That was sad. We weren't playing as a team. We weren't playing very good because we could have ended the fight a long time ago, and we shouldn't have done that. Oh, there were only 2 lives left. I see. So it's 2 lives for this fight. Let's do it again. But yeah, I couldn't capture him. Well, I don't know if I could capture him. I don't know if I had the items in my pouch because I had forgotten to reset my items, and that's my fault. But let's see. Maybe I did have what I needed. Oh, I did actually. I could have captured him. Yep, that's me. That's me sucking. So we could have ended the fight if we had just gone over there. Whoa! Oh my god, my cats are gonna hurt me. They're playing with each other and they're like pouncing around with their claws out. Whew. Gameconomist, you can get more experience for killing elder dragons. Okay, that's interesting to note. When's the next meme review coming up? Is on my list of things to do. Like all of the things I work on, sometimes it doesn't come out for a little while. Shark crawled straight out of my nightmare. I've been getting down on long-shelling gunlands, and I have fallen in love. It really is a very different way to play, isn't it? Very consistent, surprisingly Surprisingly defensive because of how you can build the setup. It's very survivable. Yeah. And it's got a little more complexity to it now with the worm stake. So it's right now I feel like it's flying under the radar a little bit, long shelling gunlance. Why is it the last episode of Hey Partner? Because we're almost Master Rank 100. Hundertine. Cat Uprising. Oh, man. They like to play with each other, and what happens is they'll like run across the furniture, and they're using their claws to run really aggressively. And they'll jump on the back of my chair, and I'm scared to death one of their paws is going to go right into like my shoulder or something, and they're just going to cut the frick out of me because they're jumping so aggressively. But nope, they missed me. How's it going, Emma Clark? Killerwrath says, Shar reminds me of the video where a spider scratches the sand and buries itself. Oh, I've seen that one. He like digs under the sand really quickly, doesn't he? Alright, there's level 1. They're going right into turf war. Oh, nice. It did reach. It reached the wing. Hey, Black Diablos is a big bitch. That's why she breaks up at 40. That's the truth. Nobody wants to hang out with you, Black Diablos. You know? You gotta think about that. Oh my god, stop roaring. What? Oh, can you not flinch shot? Okay. Wait, did he get enraged as soon as he got flashed? What happened there? I don't understand. Alright, let's grab my mantle. You know, it's funny, I pay so much attention to the chat room that I rely on my teammates a little bit to do some of the parts of the fight that requires more thinking. Too early. Anyone else hopping in this quest with Scarred Wrath and Azure Rathalos? Not me. Not I, said the turducken. Zoop. I tried so hard to get a Foresight Slash on that. Please reach. Nope. That would be too nice. Too much, man. That was supposed to be a Foresight Slash as well, and it, oh, God. Gotta grab my laptop so I can watch both. What? Oh. Put this away. Go ahead and grab Diablos materials. Diablos, Diablos. I'm terrible at singing. Smack. We gotta have something fun to talk about. What would you guys like to talk about tonight? What is on the itinerary for you guys? I'm gonna use all the fancy words like itinerary so that you guys have a terrific vocabulary for when you apply to get into Harvard. Woo! Okay, so that's Black Diablos. And we have dung pods. Black Diablos just arrived. So this is the part where we dung pod. Oh, nope, we don't dung pod him. Wait, why is it not? There we go. Okay. So we've dung potted Black Diablos. We didn't do that last time when we foolishly tried to fight them both, even though we could have captured Diablos or dung potted Black Diablos. We didn't do either of those things. And then we died. And didn't get any experience or any rewards at all. Topic, Jesus. I'm trying to think of some goofy Jesus song. He raised you up. For me, that was good luck. Student loans. I don't think we've talked about student loans enough. What do you guys want for Christmas? You guys tell me what you want for Christmas. I want to hear all your Christmas wishes. No peace on earth, though. That's a bunch of bullshit. Peace on earth. Fuck that. I want to hear about what you want. No more Mr. Nice Guy. You just tell Santa, fuck everyone else. Give me this, Santa. It's me first. This is what I want, Santa. Treat yourself, guys. You deserve it. Oh, and I get hit by the heel. Don't you hate it when you get hit by like a heel? Lag? I'm not having any lag. It says excellent condition. Am I really not close enough? No peace on earth, only chaos. Oh. Whoa! Oh, it did land. It did land. It like delayed. What the hell? TGC, the real Santa. I want Lunastra to go extinct for Christmas. That ain't happening. Just money. I want a load of cash. Wow, kids these days. You don't want like a wooden rocking horse? Back in my day. Back in my day, you got a wooden horse. I was trying so hard to foresight slash. Oh, nice job. No trap necessary. Way better than last time. Faster, actually, than last time. Yeah, just doing more damage all around. Send me all your Pokemon cards, says Fan. Heck no. Anthony says, oh, how's it going, Anthony? He says, sorry, I've been out for the holidays. Da-da-da for the holidays. Yeah, I have been too, actually. My content schedule has been atrocious. All I've put out is like a few late night streams, and that's it. That's all I've done. It's a few late night streams. Heard about the Sora donation. That's awesome. I know. That guy gave a huge donation. A mind-bending donation. Anthony, did you also hear? I am opening up my jungle and fossil booster boxes tonight. So what I'll be doing is I'll be selling the booster packs unweighed the same way TCA Gaming does, except much cheaper than TCA Gaming. And you guys will be welcome to purchase those packs, and they'll be available for sale for as long as it takes to sell them. 205 says, Wallace says to finish Sekiro. Oh, no. Sekiro. I probably won't have time for that, though. Kyle says, all I want for Christmas is decent decorations. Mere mortal. No decent decorations for you. Decent decorations are for it. They're for the... Oh, did I actually just get something good? Oh, hold on. I didn't see what that was. I was trying to think of something funny to say. Nice decorations aren't allowed for filthy peasants. Raymond Roadhouse says, yer. Aiden says, got crashed out of sesh. Gonna try and hop back in before I lose my spot. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Aaron says, hey, Gameconomist, I forgot to ask, do you want my turkey leftovers? No, we've eaten so much turkey in the last 3 days, I could throw up. No more turkey. That's enough turkey for like a whole year. We'll have turkey again 1 year from now. Big roasted turkey. Way too much food. Yeah, we had a huge turkey. For just 2 people, me and my wife. What do you guys got up? I guess we can't join. Infernal Monarchy. Oh, I know what that is. Can you guys hear my cat meow? She wants into the bedroom. She's so pitiful. She's meow. Oh my god, she's so pitiful. What is the wokening on the Discord? The wokening is whatever you want it to be. But mostly it's for you to post woke memes. Gameconomist, I gained 2 pounds over this Thanksgiving weekend. I lost my Chad abs, bro. Oh, I need to... I'm thinking about buying an exercise bike for me. So I can, like, get my streams done and then get a workout without needing to go out. Because it's cold. It's cold and it's wet outside right now, right? And I work, like, all kinds of odd hours. So I should just be able to work out whenever I can. So I might get myself a workout machine. I don't know. I don't even know what the best workout machine to own is, really. Probably the one that you're most likely to use, right? So I should probably stick with that. Did you just call me gay economist? That's not very gay sensitive. I'm reporting him to the hate crime police, which I guess would be the regular police. Antonio says, I just want Silver Rathalos investigations. Well, you can't have it. You got Boombadir expert for your master rank KT build. What? I don't care about NNN. I'm going to bust whenever, wherever. Wow. What a virgin. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, any recommendations for master rank greatsword? Yes, use it. You know, so it depends on what build you want to use, but in general, the Acidic Glavenus greatsword is the best greatsword. You pair it with basically the build I'm using right now. It's a Master's Touch setup, and soften one part of the monster's body and just hit him in that part of the body over and over again. Tears on the Rain says you can theoretically play Monster Hunter while running on a treadmill. I don't think that'll happen, but what might happen is I might get my stream done, get my script done, and then go for a workout on like an elliptical or something like that, and then dinner time. That's what I'm thinking. Because right now I just don't get any exercise. It's just not in my daily habits. I sit all day. I try to keep the streams short at 2 hours, just because I'm worried that you're not supposed to sit for like, well, it says you're not even supposed to sit for longer than 30 minutes at a time. And I'm like sitting for like 4 hours at a time streaming. So by design, I decided probably 2 hour streams is best. And same for you guys. You know, if you play a lot of video games, you aren't supposed to, wait, that's Ray Jang. Where am I going? What is going on? Freaking Ray Jang. Is Legiana coming over here? Assuming Legiana's coming over here. Can we get a bicep reveal for 100k? Oh my god, you're funny. So you can see my ripped arm. You want to go? You want 2 tickets to the gun show? Oh my god, my cat's still meowing. So I can't get it. Is Legiana coming down or should I go up? I'm gonna go up. You can open Pokemon cards while running on the treadmill. Oh no. Could you? What if I did pull like a shiny Charizard and then I dropped it and it fell into the treadmill machine? Frick that, dude. Cost more than the machine. Why did I just fall? That was weird. I didn't let go of it. Alright, we're fighting him up here, I guess. Sad almost all day recording for my channel. What? Just do yoga, except do it naked. That's a non-negotiable condition. I can scrape my butt all over the floor. We're going to need a rug doctor. Is today December 1st? If so, not no blast. Oh my gosh. I'm ready to no nut. I'm ready to blast nut all over the place. I've been waiting months. Whoa! What do we got going on here? Well, I can look into it. I can definitely look into that for you, TR Anthony. You wouldn't necessarily have to commission it. I think probably the person who owns the game would probably commission something like that. But if it's a fun game, we could probably play once or twice. I don't think it would be a big problem. And okay, so that's $60 for a pack. Let me mind you, the fossil packs were $60 and the jungle packs were $65. So if you wanted a jungle pack, you're $5 short. If you wanted a fossil pack, then you're good. So just wanted to make a little differentiation between the two, because you didn't specify which one you were going after. Woo! Very exciting, man. So we'll be definitely opening one pack tonight. I hope you pull something good, too. Oh, my God. God, the longsword is so well designed. Destroy Dick December, is that what it's called? $60, kind of pog champ. Yeah, apparently TC. I looked up TC. What is it? Yeah, it's TCA Gaming, right? TCA Gaming is the other YouTuber who's doing that, where he kind of does a live. Well, not a live. His videos aren't live. Mine are live. I live stream my pack opening, he doesn't. But what he does is he sells booster packs and then he opens them up for you on his channel. So he's doing that, and I saw him doing it and thought it was a lot of fun, and that's one of the reasons why I got into it. And he's been selling the vintage booster packs for a while. I finally went to his website and looked up the cost. Holy shit, he charges a lot. $90. $90 for one booster pack from Jungle. And I think the reason he does that is because unlike what you find on eBay, his booster packs are truly unweighed. They're unweighed, which means that you have you have a greater chance of pulling a non-holographic rare, but you do have a fair chance of pulling a holographic rare. So one of the problems with the vintage booster boxes is you could use a very sensitive scale to find out which ones actually have the holographic cards in them, right? And then you could just divide them between holographic and non-holographic. But with a reputable YouTuber, reputable card seller, you could find somebody who sells some unweighed and take your chances of getting either a holo for a much better price or a non-holo for, I guess, an acceptable price. You know, you've agreed with the price anyways. Oh my gosh. The non-holo packs don't necessarily sell for a good price either. That's the funny thing. Like, even when they are weighed. But generally what happens, people on eBay, they don't care about you. They don't know you. You're not like a friend of theirs. So what they do is they measure out all the packs. They find out which ones have the holos. And then what they do is they sell off the ones that aren't holographic, and they pretend that they could be. They call them unweighed. And it's like, no, they're not unweighed. You're lying. You're lying. There's no, you know what I mean? So you get the idea. Basically, they're fraudulent. They're lying about unweighed. Whoa. Ah, damn, thanks, man. Whew. Hold on. I will update that snack fund in a moment. Whoa! One jungle and one fossil pack, please. 20 for the snack fund. Damn. Thank you so much, man. So we've got one for TR Anthony, and then one for Dr. Badlove, and one from the other box for Dr. Badlove. So we got 3 packs to open tonight. I'm actually pretty excited for all that. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how they... the best card you can pull, and I'll probably go over this when we go live on the other channel. The best card you can pull from the fossil set is going to be... Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Oh, I knew it. Not... Oh, here. Actually, I think I wrote it down. Oh, it's Dragonite. So you can pull a holographic Dragonite, and that's your best pull from the fossil set. And then on the jungle set, the best pull is going to be Flareon. So Flareon goes... PSA 10 Flareon goes for a lot. Same with PSA 10 Dragonite. Yeah, they go for a lot. Where are these numbers coming from? Make sure you preserve the pack art, since some people do buy them to frame. Yes, I was thinking a lot about that. One of the things I've noticed about TCA Gaming is that he always cuts the pack open. I'm not sure why he does that. Maybe it's because he considers it more consistent. I would love it if I could actually open them without having to do that, but maybe, I don't know, maybe his method is better. So I haven't really decided when I open the packs. Oops, why did I do the foresight slash? I think I'm just losing my mind. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut the packs open or attempt to open them so carefully that we keep the top of the foil attached and just create a hole at the top. Oh, I don't have flash. Somebody else did. Nice job. Shock trap. Nice job. Nice job. So let's update that snack fund for TR Anthony and Bad Love. We will update it for you right afterwards. Thank you so much, guys. Very generous. I'm thinking about starting Pokemon TCG after over 10 years out of the loop. Any advice where to start? I think that would be a good idea for me to make a video on, actually. And I'm just so busy. I haven't really made any videos. See, my wife's on vacation, and I can spend my whole day with her, and that's really why I'm on vacation. Because it's so sad for her to be off, and then for me to just be working all day. It's kind of like, she wasted her vacation. So that's why I've been off. Once I'm back to work, I have all kinds of video ideas for the card channel. And then, of course, I have a long list of videos to make for my Monster Hunter channel. I only wish that I was faster at getting the commentaries out so that I could just hand them off to the editors to make videos out of, but that's the hardest part, really, because I feel like when you're creating the commentary, you have a lot of reasoning to do. Often you have a lot of research to do. Often you have some writing to do, and once that's all done, then you do the voice acting, and you make sure that there's no flaws in the commentary as well, right? You got to edit those out, so it's a long process, actually. By the end of it, you've spent hours and hours, and it's time to do a live stream. Right? 2 live streams is 4 hours, but then you set up for the live streams each time, and that's about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm pretty fast at starting them up because I don't prepare for them, essentially. I just go just right in with the thumbnail and the SEO, all the keywords and all that. But yeah, so busy, man. So your question was, how do I get started? How do I get started with basically collecting cards again? And I would say it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Are you trying to invest in cards? Or are you trying to actually collect them to maybe explore nostalgia you once had for them? So you might even be getting into them to play the game. So Pokemon cards, you can literally competitively play them online. Or you can play them in real person. So you kind of have to know why you're getting into it. And for me, I was actually interested in investing in the cards. Oh, this guy's still going on with this. I'll help him. Let's help him get this done real fast. I feel bad for him. When it comes to investing in the cards, you kind of have to know which cards are going to be moving up in value over time, and that's the same question you ask when you invest in stock, basically. It just takes a lot of research, okay? So you kind of research and you ask yourself, well, you probably don't want to collect fringe card or niche cards. You want to collect the cards that everyone generally likes. This creates a high demand for the card. So that's very important, I'd say, for investing in the cards. The other thing is buying the vintage booster boxes. So I'll be opening up 2 booster boxes tonight. Every time they get opened, the sealed ones become more valuable. So that's another thing to consider. What's the next thing to think about? So you got the sealed booster boxes. For investing, you can try your odds at, it's complicated because some of it comes down to how many of those cards get graded for PSA. Like, there's a lot of shiny Charizards now from Hidden Fates. Well, the more get opened, how many more will basically the question is how many will Nintendo print, and then how many will receive a PSA 10 grading. So if a lot of them get printed and a lot of them get PSA 10s, their value will slowly move down until enough time goes by again. So you're really talking about really long-term investing. Now, if it's more of a nostalgia thing, and I think for a lot of people it will be more of a fun, nostalgia kind of, it's more along those lines. They're doing it for fun, they're doing it for nostalgia, or maybe you're doing it to have something cool to hang in your, for example, I just got an awesome-looking display shelf. It looks really good. I got it for $9 at Goodwill. $9 display shelf. It looks really, really, really nice. And now I can take my favorite cards and just kind of show them off. So if you're doing that, you probably just pick the cards you think look the best, and it's going to cost you some money. Try to get it at a good price so that if you ever need to resell it, you can resell it. And especially for the PSA graded cards, they usually have a good resale value. But you can buy the you can buy the raw cards, ungraded cards, and put them into like a hard plastic case, like a magnetic case provided by Topps. Topps sells those. And you could buy a little stand for that, and it's not bad either. It's just, it might not, well, I feel like even the raw cards hold their value pretty well. They take a little more effort to sell than the PSA graded cards. Because with PSA graded, everyone kind of agrees on the value of the card. Everyone kind of agrees, well, here's the established condition of the card. We all generally agree on the condition of the card. So selling the raw cards is a little trickier because the buyer doesn't always know if you're telling the truth about the value of the card, or maybe the card's flawed and he doesn't want it, so the market's a little sloppier when it comes to raw cards, that's all. So yeah, most people will be collecting for nostalgia, and I would say get yourself a good display shelf, oh, nice. We helped him for like minutes. Good job, Apache. Must have been a long fight for him. Well, he had to fight the two of them, didn't he? He had to fight Teostra and Lunastra. But yeah, get yourself a nice display case. Some of them are real expensive. You can get like glass display cases where there's glass in the front. Or you could get like they got locks and everything. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Or you can get a simple shelf like I did. I got a $9 shelf. It's a nice looking shelf from Goodwill. And it just looks really good. And I put my cards on it now. So that's probably going to be the answer for a lot of people. And then some people will probably do it for maybe a little bit of fun, almost like gambling. So if you happen to pull the right card from a booster pack, you literally make your money back or more. So some of the packs are going to be losing packs, right? And then some of the packs are going to be hot packs. They're going to give you the most in-demand card. I was talking about how for the fossil set, you're trying to pull Dragonite, right? Let me look at it real fast. I wrote it down. Dragonite, Lapras, Gengar, those are the top three. So there's a Fossil Dragonite, a Fossil Lapras, and a Fossil Gengar. Those are the top three cards. If you pull those cards and they come back PSA 10, you will almost definitely make all your money back and more. You'll make some profit, actually. But then again, if you pull a non-holographic rare and maybe it's a trainer card, not so well. So it's a little bit like gambling if you think of it that way. It depends on how you're playing, you know. In any rate, it's not entirely like gambling because when you gamble, you lose. With Pokemon cards, you actually get something. You open the pack. It's not the card you wanted, but hey, you actually get cards. So it's not quite like gambling either. Wow, that's a lot of Pokemon card talking. What are we? Maybe we should talk about something else. Dark Lord Pongo says, just start with an Elite Trainer Box, Cosmic Eclipse, and some boosters for play. Well, you know what I'm doing, actually? So I have been really enjoying selling the booster packs live. And one of the things I'm doing now, as you guys see, I'm opening up the Jungle and the Fossil booster boxes. I'm also going to be doing this fun thing. I've ordered a booster box of Burning Shadows, a booster box of Unbroken Bonds, more Hidden Fates, and Cosmic Eclipse. And all those booster boxes give you a chance for the Rainbow Rare Charizard. There's a different type of Rainbow Rare Charizard in all of them. Hidden Fates, of course, is going to be the Shiny Charizard. That's the best one. And I'm gonna create these. Basically, I'm going to create these mixed, sort of like loot boxes, I guess, where it's going to have like 2 packs from each set. So you get 2 packs from Cosmic Eclipse, 2 from Burning Shadows, 2 from Hidden Fates, 2 from, which one am I missing? Unbroken Bonds. And then you can buy that for a very, I guess, the market price or whatever, the correct price. You know, I'm not looking to make profit off of it. I'm just looking to entertain. That's all I'm doing from my side. So you guys can buy it at the correct market price. I open all the cards for you, and you have a shot at all of those different Charizards. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Look out for the Fossil and Jungle Error 2. They have quite a few errors. Ooh, you'll have to keep an eye on that for me. Okay, let's see. Oh, people left. Why did they leave? Scarred Garuga, but only 2 rewards, huh? Let's go ahead and post a different one. We have a Scarred Garuga too, but we got 3 rewards for it. Aiden says, can't seem to get back in because it's full and I'm not going to be on too much longer, so if I don't get back on, make sure to look at my previous comment to this one. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, let's take a look. Aiden says, if you get to 100 tonight, but don't get time to do Nergi's quest, catch me in PS DMs and I'll get on to help you take him down. ID recap Shallow Glaive. Thanks, man. Isaiah says, so mostly for fun. I think most people do it for fun. And it is fun, especially the idea that you could purchase a pack and potentially get a card worth much more than the cost of the pack. I think that's probably one of the best feelings. You guys saw me do that with Shiny Charizard yesterday night. So that the tin that I opened up, it was a $28 tin. And then we got the Aether Foundation card anyways. That's a valuable card all on its own. And we got the Shiny Charizard, and his value is roughly about $250. And it goes up from there to like $600 if he comes back a 10, if he comes back Gem Mint. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I would say that's a big part of the fun for opening the cards for me, right? I'm fairly fast, I'm fairly good at selling the cards. I've been selling stuff online for a long time. So anytime I want to not collect a card, I just sell it off. It's kind of like trading, except for adults. And then you can use that cash to purchase more packs, essentially. And depending on how well the packs did, this determines if you're losing or earning money. And learning how to PSA grade the cards is a whole part of that process, because grading high-value cards is part of the way that you make your money. It's very interesting. Look out for all the fossil... Oh, I already read that one. Gameconomist, what do you think of Mushroom-mancer? Okay, sweet. This is a Monster Hunter related question. I think it's terrible. I wouldn't even take one level of it. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried to like Mushroom-mancer. I ultimately think it is a waste of small decoration slots, and it really does not give you anything that is very valuable. I think it's cool that the mushrooms can be used for like dash juice, or what's the other one? I can't remember. It's dash juice, and there was one other thing that I thought it was interesting. But other than that, there's no reason. It's an expensive skill. Maybe if they gave you all 3 levels of Mushroom-mancer with 1 decoration, I would consider it. Gameconomist, talk about how Santa is a lie. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Santa Claus is real, kids. Isn't that funny? Kids can easily be led to believe anything you want them to believe, because kids are genuinely not that smart. Their brains are not designed to argue. They don't know how. And then, we tell kids all kinds of weird things and think, oh, but that's how they really are. It's like, no, you told them they're that way and they're dumb. And you've got some weird political idea in your head, some virtue signaling. Okay, anyways, that's a different subject. The Illuminati are behind Santa Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny. Damn, I'm getting woke over here. Holy. That's the reason I started Pokemon card collecting again, just to see if I get anything good. Just be careful with that, okay? So, don't go broke chasing cards either, because you can do that very quickly. Know what you want. Have an amount you're willing to spend. Don't go above that amount. Even if you don't get the card you want, don't go above that amount. So, I should probably mention that in my I mentioned that in my streams. Don't go crazy. I don't know. I guess people can have like a gambling addiction. I've never really struggled with. I struggle with eating too many snacks myself, but like with gambling, no, I don't really have any troubles with stuff like that. I can just start or stop if I feel like it. I guess that's what every addict says. I can stop whenever I want. But no, there really are some things I'm not addicted to at all, like drinking, smoking. I don't have anything like that. But money is something I've always been good at. When I was younger, I was the kid in my family who was most capable of saving and not spending my money. So I'm very good at controlling my finances. I can't speak. Always been that way. And choosing not to spend your money on something like gambling is a part of that. Santa is a tempered monster in the new Snowy Guided Lands region. Don't do it. Oh, that move is so scary. The lawn dart move. Oh, he still got me. Thanks for posting the Zora Heavy Bowgun build. I have been using it a lot lately and have been having a lot of fun with it. It is such a good build. Oh, I should pay more attention. Jesus. That guy's so damaging. The snack addiction is real AF. It is, man. Snacks, dude. Man, I'll buy like a little baggie of candy to have and to nibble on, right? And then I look over, the whole bag's gone. I'm like, when did I eat this? So I'm aware of it anyways. I try to eat healthier. Well, that's why I want to get the exercise machine, because the real worry is that I just kind of sit all day, and that's because my job is all done from a desk, right? So I do video editing, and that's a job that really requires a lot of focus, and you do it sitting down. I do a lot of writing. It's very similar. It's hard to write standing up, so you do a lot of the work sitting down. And gaming as well. If you're going to play a difficult game, you can't really play it standing up unless it's like, what, Dance Dance Revolution. We should do Dance Dance Revolution streams. Oh my god, I figured out the solution. I can get all my exercise and still stream. We just do Dance Dance Revolution every day. And then everyone will think that I'm a poofty. I just sent the list of all the errors of Jungle and Fossil to you on Discord. Hey, that's actually incredibly useful. Fan, that's why you're the best mod, fan. Go crazy, go for broke. I've watched documentaries on gambling before, and it's so interesting. They talk about how, well, I don't remember all of it. It was a long documentary, and I don't think I was paying full attention. What I do remember is they were having this interview with this guy who lived in Las Vegas. So if you guys aren't from America, Las Vegas is a city that's famous for gambling in America. It's where you go to, basically you go to the casino. That's the whole point of going there. Casinos, and I don't know what else you do out. I've never been. And they found this guy living underneath the city in like a flood tunnel. He's a homeless man. He has a girlfriend too, by the way. So if you guys don't have girlfriends, what the heck is wrong with you? Because that man who has no money and living under a tunnel has a girlfriend. Anyways, so he's living under the tunnel and he is broke. He's homeless, and she is too. And he is convinced that he is so close to winning all his money back from the casino. What he does is he just kind of goes around stealing money, I guess, or however else he earns money, probably not from a regular job. And then he just continues to spend it at the casino. But you guys have to understand, when it comes to gambling, and I'm not talking about Pokemon cards. Remember, with the Pokemon cards, when you open them up, you actually take something home. But when you're talking about just straight money gambling, there's two types of gambling. You could gamble with your friends, and I think that form of gambling is actually much safer. So let's say that you and I played a gambling game, and the game is, if it lands on heads, I give you $50. If it lands on tails, you give me $50, right? It's gambling, but I would say it's gambling where I might actually play. Let me tell you the gambling I will never play. I will never play the lottery, ever. And I will never play in a casino. Those places are designed by mathematicians, people much smarter than you, so that you always lose. That's how it's designed. You could win once. Well, basically, it's designed so well by the mathematicians that you win enough to kind of feel that gambling addiction. That's the point of it. They give you just enough wins to make you feel like you can win again, but the actual math behind the gambling is so that the house always wins. It's a rigged game. So anyone with a good rational sense about their money will never gamble at a casino. Now, if you want to play poker with your friends, that's totally different. That to me, you still have to be careful. Like, don't bet the farm, right? You get people who they're crazy and they bet their whole home, right, or something like that. You hear about that goofy stuff. They show it in the TV shows, the movies. He puts his key down on the table in the jackpot when he's playing poker, right? So obviously, don't do anything rash, but at least when you're playing against your friends, you actually have a fair chance of winning. When you play against the house, when you gamble at a casino, they are always going to win, 100% going to win. When you buy scratcher tickets, the scratcher ticket always wins. Even if it doesn't look like it right away, they always win. When you play the lottery for the government, it's just the government squeezing the money out of you because it knows you're stupid. That is exactly what the lottery is. Don't play the lottery, go play Pokemon cards. How about that? That's my motto. Christian Alfonso says, saw your comment in the teaser for the new Black Dragon. I want all Charizard to die, says fan. Not a fan, huh? I got a super rare Charizard card from 2006 worth a lot. You can play with that. What? Talk about lotteries, and they're a scam. Arson is 100% correct. Lotteries are a huge scam. As if the government doesn't already take enough money from you, governments in America run lotteries that are mathematically designed to just squeeze money out of stupid poor people who think that the lottery is worth their money. It's never worth your money. And, then they make it's so funny too. Here's the wildest part. You got me on my soapbox. Here's the wildest part with the lottery. It's so stupid, guys. It's so stupid. The governments are the ones who run the lottery. They don't let, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if there's any privately run lotteries that they allow, but usually the lotteries are state run. The government's doing it. So the government says, ooh, let's have all these gambling laws. Also, let's get people to gamble, but with us, right? We'll make the money from the gambling. So they put out this lottery with ridiculous statistical odds so that the house wins. And then after you win, some lucky person wins and they're like, haha, I won the lottery, right? Which is what stimulates everyone to play. Somebody finally wins, and as it gets advertised, you get to hear about it, and then the government taxes your winnings. What? The government was the one who put out the lottery. It's so stupid. It's shockingly stupid, and it kind of shows you, like, to me, when you think about how incredibly stupid the lottery is and the fact that people play it, shows you why just giving people money, which is the same as giving a person a fish. What is the saying? Give them a fish, they'll be full for a day. Teach them to fish, they'll be full. They'll feed a whole village, right? That's the saying, something like that. That is exactly why we have that saying, because people are playing this lottery thinking they'll win, and the government's just squeezing your money out and then taxing you when you win the lottery. You don't learn anything about finance. You don't learn anything about becoming actually wealthy, and they just display this person who's made a little bit of money while most people have had their money squeezed out of them. It's so ridiculous. And socialism essentially does that. I do care about everyone having access to cheap healthcare and cheap housing and cheap everything. I do care about that deeply. It's a solution that both Republicans and Democrats are trying to find an answer to. I mean, it's a problem both Democrats and Republicans are trying to find an answer to. But it's just a question of what works. Throwing money at people, does that work? Generally not, because the people who need the most help are the ones who buy the lottery tickets, because they just have no idea how they should be spending their money. They just, I don't know. If they had a good idea, they would never buy the lottery ticket. It's like flushing. You might as well just take your money and flush it in the toilet. Yeah, but what if I win? It's like, God, I hate it. I hate it. There's different ways to gamble. Gamble with your friends. You know what you could do instead of buying a lottery ticket? You and your friend could stand apart from each other with whatever you were going to spend on the lottery ticket, maybe $12, maybe $24, and just flip a coin. And whoever loses has to give the other person the money they would have spent on the lottery ticket. And then your odds are like 50-50. Actually, very good odds. So anyways, you give a person a fish and they become dependent on you, is what happens. And the government teaches you that you need them to give you as much stuff as possible. The government says, oh, we gotta print all these bonds so that we can buy stuff that we can't afford. That's, a bond is debt, right? We got to print all these bonds so we can buy everybody all this stuff. Also, here's a lottery. What? And the government does it to make money off of the sad poor people. Because it's Elon Musk is not buying lottery tickets. He's too intelligent for that. He would never do it. It's just, he knows it's rigged. He knows it's a rigged game. Isn't that funny? You hear politicians say, the game is rigged. That you hear that all the time, actually, out of people like Senator Biden or Elizabeth Warren. They'll get really fiery and they'll say, the game is rigged. But you never hear them say, when I get elected, I'll end the lottery. An actually rigged game. Silly. So let's see, what are you guys saying? Apache says, I'm glad you're smart, man. Finally someone with a big brain. Wanted to put my kid down on 5 booster boxes, but the house cut me off. What? What the heck? Would call a game of pool gambling. Is putting one person's skill against another. No. So if you're talking about like betting on sports, or betting on pool, you still got to be careful, right? You got to have like a limit to how much you're allowed to spend. But at least then you're like trying to make a prediction on who you believe has a correct skill in the game. So now you're playing the game in another way. You're making a prediction because you're analyzing the player and you're saying he's the better player. And you don't necessarily know that, but if you're an expert and you've watched a lot of games, that's you trading in your expertise and making that. It's kind of like what insurance used to be about. Insurance used to be about making a prediction about whether a boat made it from one country to another country, and the insurance guy would say, I will offer you insurance on your boat. I think it's going to make it. If it sinks, I will pay out on it. That's what insurance used to be. Now insurance is a bunch of really smart mathematicians, once again, just squeezing all the money out of the stupid people, just like gambling, just like the lottery. It's very frustrating, actually. Let's go ahead and start. What level are we? 99. We're almost there, guys. So close to reaching 100. 99. No more special assignments. How about optional quests? Let's do these. These sound fun. Let's get these optional quests done. Special arenas go by fast. Tinto says, why do you do this on PlayStation 4 when I'm not at home? I have to kill a behemoth to kill every monster from the vanilla monster in the world. Oh, you just reminded me. I need to update the snack fund. Right. So there was a donation made by Bad Love. I can't remember his full name. I'm going to look it up real fast. Oof, excuse me. Dr. Bad Love. And he made a $20 donation. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. I want you guys to be able to enjoy playing a game that might involve some gambling. As long as you have some self-control. It's kind of like drinking. There's only so much you can do in life, so go enjoy yourself. But like when you play the lottery, it's a rigged game. When you go to the casino, it's a rigged game. It's so stupid. And the people who go and they put their money into a rigged game, the scratcher tickets is a rigged. Actually, it's so funny to talk about this. That Mr. Beast guy, he would buy a bunch of the scratcher tickets, wouldn't he? And then he would scratch them all up, and he'd always. I don't think he ever wins money. He always loses money, right? Pretty sure that's correct. Yeah, he just loses money on it. So it's mathematically designed to be rigged so that even though it feels like you win something, it's specifically like that to keep you playing. Because if you only lost, you would just stop. So it's specifically designed to keep you playing. Hate it. I hate it. It's like the most... It's like... I don't know. It's like openly manipulative to gullible people who don't understand the math behind it, or they don't understand personal finance very well. It's openly manipulated. It's an openly rigged game, and then people do it anyways. And there's other ways to gamble your money that's not rigged, like playing poker. Go play poker. I don't have anything against gambling. I have problems with casinos and lotteries because they're just ripoffs, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Why do you do this? Oh, I already read that one. Oi, the guy, man, you got to talk to him to get past 99. What? Hold on. Oh, he's so right. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell you what, let's beat this guy up. You're so right. Let's get back out of here. Blind gambling, rigged logistics gambling skills requires skill. I think that's what you meant to say. Skill required. No, you did say what you mean to say. Oh, it didn't hit her with the rocks. That's too bad. Didn't hit him. Is he throwing him into a wall? Yeah, he is. Oh, good, he hit the wall. They have greyhound racing at the casinos by my place. I don't know if we have any dog racing in America anymore. I think I was in Florida once and saw a dog racing building, but it was like abandoned or something. Do we allow that still in America? I don't know if we allow that still. Certainly we do the horses, right? Kentucky Derby or something like that. I've never been to one. I've always wondered what it's like. Yeah, I do think it is possible to get addicted to gambling as well, but I mean, what isn't addictive? Anything that you enjoy can be addictive. Playing games can be addictive. Honestly, they can. If you're failing in school and you aspire to be, I don't know, let's say a lawyer, but you're failing in school because you're playing Pokemon Sword and Shield or some other game, I don't know. I would call that game addiction because you've become dysfunctional, and that's a very big part of, signs of addiction is when you've become dysfunctional. So addiction occurs when you can't stop getting that dopamine hit, but that doesn't mean that we should outlaw fun things like whatever it is you enjoy. It could be gambling. But seriously, the casinos and the lottery, dude, frick those guys. I need help on my arena. Are you up for the challenge? Says Miggle the Miglet. Well, let me talk to the Chadmiral. I don't know. Hold that thought, Miggle, because we're going to talk to the Chadmiral, and I think he's going to give us a quest, and we're probably going to do that tonight. Oh, I thought I had sheathed my sword with the special sheath. Why wouldn't dog racing be illegal? I'm not sure. Maybe because animal rights activists would be concerned about animal abuse. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Somebody could Google it for me real fast. Is dog racing illegal in America at this point? I know cockfighting's not legal. Rooster fighting, I know that's been illegal for a long time. They do it in other parts of the world. Spain has the whole bullfighting, right? That's where you stab the bull to death. Why is it so satisfying when the actual human gets gored by the bull? Because you know the bull's... You know that the humans, even though he makes the dance look very cool, you know that the human... or he makes it look dangerous, I'm sorry. Even though he makes it look dangerous, the human has all of the history and science behind it, so he has a big advantage over defeating the bull. So whenever the bull wins, you're like, yeah, good for the bull. He's like the underdog. That's what it is. And I think people only commit to watching those bullfights if they really do believe it's dangerous. So seeing the bull win is kind of like watching the underdog nature win. I don't think nature wins very often. It does occasionally. Those bullfights are tragic, man. Yeah, somebody's dying. Let's see what you guys are saying. The only thing I gamble On is love, and I always lose. Can't stop breaking my heart. How much Dura does the Temporal Mantle lose from evading hits? Quite a bit. The Temporal Mantle was crazy OP in the base game, and the nerfed version of it is still one of the strongest defensive mantles in the game for Iceborne. I mean, you wouldn't go without it, but now it's not what it used to be. That's a hip check. Apache Vive says, yeah, it's illegal. Is he referring to the dogs? The bull is Diablos. How convenient. We're talking about bullfighting, and we are kind of fighting a bull right now. The hunter has all the equipment and gear behind them. Oregon, Connecticut, Kansas, and Wisconsin are the only ones that allow dog racing in America. So it's still legal, but it's in limited areas. Actually, I think that's true for prostitution. There's a few states that allow it. Which states allow... Don't let my wife see this Google search. So let's see. Nevada is the only United States jurisdiction to allow some legal prostitution. Currently, 8 counties in Nevada have active brothels. As of February 2018, there are 21 brothels in Nevada. Prostitution outside the licensed brothel is illegal throughout Nevada. So what you're telling me is it's time to go to Las Vegas. Damn. I read did you guys ever read that book, Reefer Madness? What a good book. It talked a lot about the issue of prostitution and how it kind of evolved. Historically, it's always existed, prostitution has, and how it's evolved and how our our laws kind of were built very strongly against it. That book also covered a really interesting topic, pornography. Everyone's favorite thing that they don't like to talk about. Pornography. In America, there was basically one guy who was peddling a heavy amount of all the pornography, and this was before Playboy. And his legal battles, he was a very wealthy guy because he was the one selling it all, and he was doing very well. And his legal battles were a major part of the reason why we were allowed to have pornography in America. Yeah, he was fighting for freedom of speech, and freedom of speech included the right to sell and look at pornography, and he won. But it cost him a fortune, and it kind of destroyed his life too. All the legal fights, it just kind of ruined his life. All the fights did, because he was constantly being sued by people who didn't like him, because they found pornography to be, immoral, essentially. It's not Christian or whatever. So he was constantly in all these legal battles, and he fought for your right to get on Pornhub today. But that was all a long time ago. And of course, it was his industry as well, so naturally you defend your industry. Let's see.
Let's go.
Time to go. Runa Gigante, everyone. Yeah, it was a really interesting read. It really was. The book was Reefer Madness, if you ever want to. You can always read, guys, by getting an audiobook. Audiobooks are a terrific way to read without having to sit down and, thumb through an actual book. You can sit down and get a book. You can do two things at the same time. You can work out and listen to an audiobook. So that's a good way to educate yourself, or just enjoy some entertainment, because books are entertaining. Is this a special assignment? No. Oh, it's assigned, isn't it? Yes, it is. 205 says we read it, Don. 205 says, I'm only a few hundred miles from Nevada. I think it's vacation time. Tell my wife that's where I want to go next. Copperhead, how's it going, man? He says, I've done the lottery once or twice, didn't win anything, so I don't bother, but I see the people you're talking about every day because I'm a cashier. It's like it's part of their routine, and they never win. Exactly. It's just the government. They have a rigged game, and they're squeezing all the money of the poor people. One very extremely lucky person wins the lottery. They're so bad with money that they almost always lose all of their winnings. And the saddest part is the government taxes you for winning. It's already government run, and then they tax you for winning. It is such a joke. It's such a joke. And then they say all their crap about, oh, we donate this money to the schools. Oh, we donate blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what, government? If you weren't always in debt from overspending in every other aspect of the things you spend money on, you wouldn't need the lottery to pay for the schools. Paying for the schools should just be part of your regular budget. You shouldn't need a lottery to pay for something you already are here to pay for. Anyways, that's me on my soapbox getting angry. It's so frustrating. It really is. It's frustrating. And the people who need their money, this is the saddest part. It's never some normal middle class family with a solid future retirement funds, college. It's never them buying the tickets. Maybe on occasion maybe there's some families that do. Vast majority of the time, the people who chronically buy these lottery tickets, people stuck in a deadbeat job, they spend more than they earn, and they're just very poor, and they end up on welfare. They spend their money, and the idea that you can just hand this person $1,000 a month, right, Andrew Yang, and assume that this won't stifle innovation in technology, and assume this won't cause inflation, and assume this won't cause, basically the pricing of a lot of things to go up, like rent. What happens when everyone has $1,000? Rent shoots up because the landlords know everyone has a spare $1,000. So there's more competition to get the rooms. The demand for the rooms go up, so the price goes up, right? So much for just fixing the problem with $1,000. Anyways, what happens is you give somebody who spends all their money on whatever their favorite drug is, could be any number of drugs. They spend all their money on the lottery, scratcher tickets, and think that now that you've shoved $1,000 on them, all their problems are solved. It's the other way around. People who are chronically bad with money, you could give them some money to solve a crisis for them. You can do that, and you should do that. You should give charitably. But just giving them $1,000 a month, they're never going to fix themselves. They're never going to improve. They're never going to go, oh man, I shouldn't be gambling all my money away in a rigged system created by the government so that the government could tax me when I win, which I never will, statistically. Right? Just giving them $1,000, all you've done is you've taken money from people who are actually good with money, and now it's being used, and now it's being spent by somebody who's terrible with money, who's going to essentially buy lottery tickets, and that's the whole problem with it. Economics is all about talking about the allocation of resources. Some people allocate resources really efficiently, some allocate resources really inefficiently. Very often you hear this argument made, well, if we give a ton of money away, it'll go back into the economy. No, it won't. So they're making a case that the way money is spent, as long as it's spent, this is good for the economy. It's not. The way money is spent, when money is used to solve a problem, this money is well spent. When money is used to buy, let's say, beer and avocados, right, in that goofy thing the Republican guy said, maybe millennials could buy homes if they stopped buying avocado toast, right? He says something dumb like that. It was really embarrassingly dumb. But anyways, yeah, it's a little bit true. You spend your money on, your Starbucks extra large coffee every day because you have a coffee routine, and then you buy beer and you buy lottery tickets, and guess what? It kind of does add up. You go out to eat, you can't really afford to go out to eat. You get a fancy phone, you can't really afford a fancy phone. You get a fancy car, you can't really afford a fancy car. You buy all this consumer crap, and the people who are suggesting giving away like $1,000 a month are saying, well, it's going back into the economy. It's not. It's being spent on luxury items and consumer items that are not an investment. They're just cash being burnt. But if you want to talk about taking the money and making good investments, that's what we should be doing with government money. Good investments. Those are very important. And that's often the excuse to pull out a loan, right? So if you're going to pull out, let's say Andrew Yang had to finance $1,000 a month for everyone, he might actually start looking at how people spend the money. He'd be like, this money will just be gone forever because they're going to spend it on Snickers bars. Or he might be like, no, this is a young college student. He's smart. He gets good grades. He's passionate. He's motivated. He's got energy. He doesn't quit. He's got perseverance. He shows up to work every day. He's not interested in wasting his money on garbage like a nice car. He's interested in, building wealth, investing, maybe starting a family. I would give that person $1,000 a month right now because he's a good investment. He is, and especially for your country, you need good families for your country. It's vital, actually, because the moment you stop having good families, your country sucks. It's really, people hate that too when they hear that. They don't want to hear that the traditional family is good. It's like the number one thing you need for your country is healthy families. It literally gives you your next generation of workers, and nothing is more important than that. Can't interrupt it. So anyways, if you told me somebody like that exists and that they need some money to go to college and they need some money for their health care because they got cancer at a young age, something weird like that, they broke a bone, I'd dish that money out right now. But that's not really what happens with the money. It goes to some 48-year-old guy who's already done having children, or maybe he just didn't have children, and he wants to spend the money on lottery tickets. And that is actually not you putting the money back into the economy. That's the money tied up in lottery tickets, basically being wasted resources. Listen to me jibber jabber, man. Problem is that public schools don't teach investing. Well, that's right. They really, unless I'm missing something, because I didn't go to college, or I'm sorry, I didn't go to public school. I did go to college. I didn't go to public school, but from everyone I've ever met, most people don't know anything about money. And the things I know, I had to go, what the hell, did you see that? He did a funny animation. The things I do know about money, I learned it from reading books from people who are successful with money. Who do you want to learn about money from, too? It's like, do you want to learn it from your teacher who's earning $40,000 a year and thinks that the pension's going to save them when they're 60? Pension is one of the reasons why we're all broke, by the way, guys, if you didn't know that. Paying pensions for police officers, firemen, teachers, and other government officials, that's why there's no money. It's the number one cost. Social Security and pensions is the number one cost. It's why Illinois is on the verge of bankruptcy. Go look this up. Illinois is on the verge of bankruptcy because the politicians made a bunch of lucrative deals with the unions in Illinois about, we'll give the public employees all these wonderful pension benefits as long as you tell them to vote for me. And then the union leader said, all right, here's the guy who's going to give us the fancy pension. You better go vote for him, right? By the way, I don't know why we don't call that crony unionism. We've got crony capitalism. We need a word for like crony unions. Unions that receive their money from the government, and then they pick a politician that they want to win because that politician's going to give them even more money. That's very crony. That's not good. So anyways, the pensions are making Illinois go broke, man. And then these teachers who think that they're going to be living off of the pensions in 20 to 30 years, and some of them already are, but I think that honestly we'll run out of money soon enough when we're older. But they're living off these pensions, and you're supposed to get financial advice from them, like, oh no, my teacher who's making $40,000 to $60,000 a year and is pretty much going to be poor their whole life is going to teach me about. No, they're not, and they have no interest, by the way. Teachers have no interest in teaching you how to avoid taxes, even though our government is always in debt and always borrows money and always wants you to pay more taxes. Teachers have no interest in teaching you how to avoid your taxes, which is something that you really should learn, because you pay for them. The teachers literally want you to pay more taxes. And it's not just teachers, it's principals, it's literally the whole school. The entire system runs on your tax dollar. So they have zero interest in teaching you how to pay fewer taxes and put more of that money into your own retirement account, not the government's retirement account. It's just sad. You're telling me that paying me more than $27,000 a year to educate your children so they don't make the lottery mistakes you speak of is the issue? Laughable. I don't know what you mean by that. I bet the government is the ones telling schools not to give the secret behind. Well, I don't know why people don't talk about it. It's a great question why people don't talk about it. But you're supposed to have, quote, teachers in school. Well, what do they really teach you? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, right? They teach you the quadratic formula. They teach you all this stuff that the vast majority of you never use. But then they don't teach you that you pay actually about 50% of all your income is actually taxes. About 50% of it. They don't teach you that. They don't teach you that the lottery is a rigged system that squeezes all the money out of the poor people, and then the poor person who actually won the lottery also has to pay taxes on that lottery. They don't teach you that in school. Yeah. And it's because they have no. It's against their own survival to teach you those things. It is. It's bad for them if you knew it. It would be bad for them if you knew how to pay less taxes. They want you to pay more taxes. They go, well, those taxes pay for my pension. Oh, darn, I tried so hard to get the EI spear slash there. A lot of teachers flat out don't, and that's just the truth. Sorry if that makes you mad. Mia Me Miyako says, I freaking love it when Gameconomist goes on and talks about things in general lengthily. Well, the things are always so interesting to me, and I figure some of you guys might find it interesting as well. In the end, it's like, I would want all of you guys to be wealthy, with a nice home, and a nice family, because that's most of all there is to life. You should have enough money that you're not worried about money. You should not be worried about whether you can afford healthcare. And everyone has a different solution to how this occurs, how to get into this situation. It's a very important topic right now, really. It's fun to talk about it over video games, too, because... oh, snap. I thought he was going to throw us into Nergigante with that Wyvern Fire. He actually missed us. Nice job. Nice job. Nergigante is slayed. He's out of here. But, you know, you're playing a little bit of games, and you're relaxing, and you can also think about a little bit about what you want to do in your future. One of the reasons I love video games is because you think so much when you play them. Well, certain video games. Certain video games make you think. Other video games, like Candy Crush, are like the opposite of making you think. Candy Crush makes you like... I don't know how to explain Candy Crush. I don't feel like I think when I play that game. I just click. J-Mac is pointing out that teachers are bachelor master level minimum wage earners and forced to utilize curriculum that are known to be pointless. Well, how many years have we been teaching public school? How long has it existed? Somebody explain to me what has to change. Why hasn't it? Somebody explain to me why weed is still illegal. Why isn't it fixed tomorrow? It could be fixed tomorrow, like that. It could just, well, boom, it's done. It's fixed. Marijuana. Nobody's dying from marijuana. Alcohol. People are dying all the time from alcohol overdose, and they're dying from accidents while they're drunk. And guess what? A lot of violence, a lot of men who went to jail for violence, they were, and you can look this up, they were drunk when they performed the violence. Totally illegal to have alcohol. Weed, no way. Still illegal. Tomorrow it should be made illegal. Why do we have to wait like 5 years for this to be made legal? It's ridiculous. It's insane that it works this way. And you know, there's a lot of things to be improved, and it will help so many people and make our economy stronger and make people have more prosperity in their lives. The funny thing is, you know, there's all these identity politics right now where we're like grabbing each other by the neck. Everyone's super scared to walk on eggshells. Maybe say some hard truths. If we were all prosperous, if we all were actually prosperous, not worried about whether we could afford a home, not worried about whether we could afford health care when you're 50, not worried about whether grandma can afford health care, you're able to buy presents for your kids and Christmas. If we were at that situation right now, I guarantee you we would not be fighting with each other as much. All the bad stuff happens when there's not enough money. All the class warfare occurs when there's not enough money. You didn't really think about how rich Bill Gates and Warren Buffett was 20 years ago. You're like, yeah, those guys are rich. But in the 90s, the economy was doing really well. So you didn't care. Now that everyone's struggling, you hate them. You're like, oh, I hate the rich. Even though they invented all the product and created all the jobs. So, but I hate them now. So being able to create prosperity for people is so important. And sadly, you go to school and don't learn anything about prosperity creation for whatever reason. All right, we got enough blast net. Let's go for a different item. Getting wealthy and staying wealthy and having a nice life. Yeah, before you're old. Very important. Let's do some honey. I'm going to do some honey. Yeah. I like video games because it makes me feel good. I want everyone to feel good, right? Everyone's that way. You want to feel good, you've got to have prosperity. You want to feel good, you got to have lots of prosperity. All right, let's go ahead and post the next. Well, so wait a second. So we just got Tempered Nergigante, or regular Nergigante unlocked, Ruiner Nergigante. What do we do next? Let's see if we can craft one of his weapons right away. All right. So wrapped up in the conversation. Forge equipment, weapons, hammer. Ruinous Obliteration. And what do I need to actually craft this? Dang, I gotta start from the beginning. Danny C, he says, your defense build has been super helpful. Glad to hear that, man. I made that a while ago. I'll update this snack fund. Thank you again, TR Anthony and Dr. Badplay. I'll update the snack fund for Danny here. So to build this, we gotta start. I hope I have enough Nergi parts. Oh, battery low on the DualShock. Equip now? Yes. So, I'll go ahead and upgrade it to the next level. I'm kind of trying to read your stuff. Lobbying should be so illegal. I felt that way for a long time. Ooh, we need coral crystal. Let's go get some coral crystal. Lobbying, I feel like what really should happen is lobbying should always be very, very, very public so that everyone's aware of which company is asking for what. That's my opinion on lobbying. It shouldn't be gotten rid of. It should just never be done in secret. But the reason why lobbying is actually still important, still valuable, is because many companies have all kinds of needs that they'd like to communicate to the government. We communicate our needs to the government as citizens. Well, the companies are that way too. So maybe they're having problem with, I don't know, pick a subject. Maybe they're having trouble with counterfeit product coming from China. So maybe your, let's say your Rolex watches, and you're having a problem where China is creating counterfeit Rolex watches and selling Rolex watches for a quarter of what you sell them for, and it's actually damaging your business. Well, you need to be able to go to the government and tell them, hey, we need you to create a law where China can't sell Rolex watches anymore. Okay, so that's why, the reason why I think lobbying still has some value is because in a very vast, complex system of businesses, the government needs to be able to hear what the problems are, and companies are able to do this by lobbying politicians. The problem occurs when the lobbying is happening behind closed doors and you don't really know what companies are paying what politicians for what policies. That's when it starts to turn into crony capitalism, in my opinion. Because you might have a company contacting a politician and saying, well, it's not China I'm having a problem with, it's my competitor Pepsi, and I want to get rid of them, and I want you to create this little loophole for me so I can damage my competitor. That would be crony capitalism. The opposite, by the way, of good capitalism. Good capitalism is when we have competition. Smoking helped more with my depression and anxiety than all the pills with the side effects that aren't pleasant. Well, I'm not going to claim to know anything about the health benefits of marijuana. I've heard people state that marijuana is good for you. I've heard people claim that marijuana is actually carcinogenic because, once again, you're breathing stuff into your lungs that shouldn't probably be there in such heavy amounts. And this just, it's like anything. You eat too many cookies, you get fat. So I won't make any claims about marijuana. I don't actually know if it's good or bad for you. The point is, if it's not doing as much damage as alcohol, how the hell is alcohol legal and weed is illegal? Somebody explain that. And then you see weed is legal in several states. They're not melting down. They're not having a crisis from the weed. And yet it's still illegal. It's illegal in my state. I would try weed right now if it wasn't illegal. I'm basically waiting for it to be made legal. As you know, I'm not going to jail. A bunch of young men probably went to jail. Ooh, the private jail systems. They actually talked about that in Reefer Madness, I remember. Imagine being one of these private prison companies and they're like, yeah, we can put them all in jail with the weed laws. Lucky for me, I just said, nope, I'm not going to break any rules. And I'm not going to jail. I'm going to have a perfect, my resume is going to be flawless because I'm not going to break any laws, which is what I recommend for everyone. But you get the point, it's still silly to think that here's this drug not even as harmful as alcohol, and you went to jail for it because you dealt it to some guy who wants to smoke weed. Like big freaking, who cares? Just imagine ruining someone's life over that. And the money too. Like the saddest part with the private jail systems, they're private, but you're paying for it. It's a private business where you pay for the jailing and they make the money. So fucking stupid, man. So many things wrong. Why isn't it fixed tomorrow? Why isn't it just solved tomorrow? It makes no sense that we take so long to solve the problem. By the way, did I actually pick up some of this? It doesn't show up here, does it? Where does the items I've gathered show up? Shoot, I should have added it to my wish list. Luckily, you don't have to smoke it. Exactly. If you don't want to smoke it, you don't smoke it. Somebody else smokes it. If you don't want to eat foie gras, you don't eat foie gras. Toxic WR says, a lot of people smoke marijuana for the good vibes and the chill environment. It's really nice when you are on comms. I don't know what comms are. With your friends playing. Oh, you mean like communication? On the microphone. Jose says, so now that we're going to get a new area in the grinding lands, do you think that we'll get a cap increase for the areas? Yeah, I heard about that. People were wondering if maybe there'll be level 8 guiding lands. People were also wondering if maybe we'll experience a if you'll be able to have 3 areas in the guiding lands fully maxed out. I suspect you will be able to do that, at least. That's my suspicion. Let's run back down. Edibles are fine. You're not smoking anything. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I'll have a brownie then. I've never had a marijuana brownie. If it wasn't illegal, I would have. I would have had one by now. Turn into... Oh, my God. Run past this guy. I had some friends freak after smoking a blunt while others were okay. Are they just beta? That's right. They're beta males. Why should the government tell us what we can put in our body and what we can't? It's an interesting topic, what you're talking about. I think that the government actually can do a lot of good by making sure that its citizens aren't consuming a bunch of harmful chemicals. But there's like a limit to that, you know. It's all about how much freedom do you want to have. I think that you cross the line when you really start to affect other people. Right? And this is why we have laws about drinking and driving. You're not allowed to drink and drive. Why? Because you're going to crash into someone. It's going to kill them. And then some woman with 3 children isn't going to have a father to her children anymore. That kind of stuff actually happened already. Some idiot drank and drive and killed a dad, and now the children grow up with no father. Think about that for a minute. How that affects other people is so tragic for everyone. How about texting and driving? That should have been made illegal a long time ago. Man, why aren't these regenerating already? I can't remember. Did we get the coral thing that we were looking for? I wasn't even paying attention. I was having the conversation. Oh my God. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Uh-oh. We got a little bit of lag going on, guys. Can you hear me? How's it going, Brashogun? I haven't seen you in a while. Actually, I don't know if you can hear me, Brashogun. Copperhead says F. You know what? I left Photoshop open. Let's close Photoshop. Why did I leave Photoshop open? Photoshop's closed. And I will go ahead and close Discord as well. I did not realize I even left those open. I'm sorry. I doubt that that's really what's causing the lag, but I'm sure it does not help to have those open if you're not wanting to have lag. So those are off now. Hopefully it clears up in a minute. There it is. The stone's back. Give it a moment, guys. It should clear up soon. It usually does this and then it clears up like in a minute or 2. All right, we got Edlite ore. Oh, we're not even... Okay, we've been wasting our time. We need to go into low rank, high rank. Hearing is fine now. Yesterday, a drunk driver killed 3 kids and a mom. The crash was only 30 minutes from my house. Their drink driver's 8th DUI. Wow. 8 DUIs. Crazy. That is somebody who has an alcohol addiction, and they should just... How do you stop them from driving, though? You know, they just break the law. That's why we do have prisons. Shitty, man. Shitty. Could be my wife. Could be me. We can hear you, but the stream is laggy. It should be clearing up then. Oh, good, it's getting better. Yeah, it's it's tough, man. That's so tragic. For those of you who maybe you're listening into my live stream for maybe the first time, one of the topics that I bring up a lot because it's a topic that I'm very interested in, I'm pretty passionate about, is the number of needless car wrecks that kill people. It was in 2017 or 2018. I can't remember. 40,000 people died on the road in only the United States, one country. 40,000 people died from that. Car wrecks. Car wrecks. How is this happening? 40,000 people dead from a car wreck. It's incredible. And that does not even cover all of the people who simply were paralyzed for the rest of their life. Think about that. So not everyone died. Some people were paralyzed for the rest of their life. Some people were crippled for the rest of their life, which is better than being paralyzed, but it's only so much better. Maybe you lost your leg, maybe you lost an arm, maybe you received brain damage. 40,000 people in 1 year from bad driving. That is I've one day I finally actually looked at what a real car accident looks like, where people die from the car accident. It shocked me. Totally changed my point of view about driving. They never show you the dead bodies from car wrecks. It is horrifying. It's like jumping from a building or slamming into a brick wall. It's the same idea. You just explode. It's horrifying. It's a really terrible way to die. Well, it's probably not. There's worse ways to die, I'm sure, but yeah, it's just and we never talk about it. We never talk about how many people needlessly die on the road, and then every time I get on the road, there's some stupid teenager or mom in an SUV. She zips past me on the highway going 60 miles an hour while playing Candy Crush in one hand and drinking a drink in the other. All the time this happens. Yeah, really bad. It's playing on your phone and driving. I've heard it compared to drinking and driving in terms of danger. So if you text and you drive and you do it chronically, you should go look up what a real car crash looks like. It will horrify you. And then maybe you won't do it anymore. Put a picture of it in your car. So when you start your car up, you can see what you look like when you go texting and driving and make a mistake because of it. Anyways, you can improve the problem of those issues, and no one's really doing that when other countries have. What? Elliot says 500 subs away from 100,000. We're very close. Emma says, yeah, I hate cars. I was a victim of that. I was in a car crash when I was a kid. It scared the crap out of me. I had no idea about car crashes. Nova Crystal. Why are we doing this without our gathering setup? I'm so dumb. Hold on. Let's jump back here. We're going to grab our gathering gear, and we will get right back to this. God, we just need some coral ore or whatever it is. I'm so dumb. I actually have a, let's see, is it down here? What is that? Centhound? I'm sure I have one. Oh my gosh, do I not have one? Wait, is it this top? Oh no. Shoot. I don't think I have one. Actually, let me grab this. I think this should have... Oh man. Did I really not bring anything that would have... Geologist. There we go. And what does one level of geologist give us? Ah, bone piles. Damn it. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. Any website you can recommend to keep track of my decorations in preparation for Iceborne? Not really. I don't think there's any websites for that because there's no need to keep track of your decorations. You just look in the game and see which ones you have. Maybe what I could do for you, maybe I can make like a list of decorations you should have or something like that. There's always a video I can make. There's so many videos to make out there, so I could probably work on a video like that if I wanted. I'm working on, I told you guys, two videos in particular, longsword guide as for Iceborne, and the weapon popularity videos coming up. So those are what I was working on before I went on vacation. Aqua core or coral crystal, we got it. Oh, we need one more. We need it for the evasion charm as well, huh? Oh, so can we get it from these red ones? I wonder if we can get it from the red ones. My first car was totaled just shy of a year after I bought it because I was hit by a cement truck. Damn. I would not want to be hit by a cement truck. Freak that. Yeah. Car wrecks. 40,000 people die a year at U.S. roads. 40,000. And nobody talks about it. Yeah. It's just sad. You don't hear any of the politicians talk about it ever. They never say, when I become a politician, I'm going to take your phone away when you climb in your car. Because that's basically what needs to happen, because people are addicted to their phones. So that little phone, your little phone's like it's like a little psychology tool. They designed it so that you'd be addicted to it. I mean, that's quite literally, they're like experts in getting your attention. That's what the companies are. They're experts in kind of brainwashing you, actually. Brainwashing you into developing certain habits, certain addictive habits. So that's how the phones are designed. That's their nature. And then you climb in your car and you text and drive and you kill someone. They should make it so that all cars are built maybe like with a device that disables your phone, except your phone can do one thing. It can dial 911 and you can set like 3 other contacts for it to be able to access, and that's it. Everything else disabled. Text is disabled. All apps disabled, all games, I guess I should say, just everything else should just be disabled. And all cars should be required to have this. People would hate that too. They'd be like, oh, it's the government getting into my life. It's like, well, in this case, it's actually not, it's mostly because you're going to kill people when you drive and you text and you drive. Because what is your argument? Your argument is that you should have access to your game apps while you're driving? Hell no. What would be the argument? There's no argument for it. Frick no. So yeah, I would actually vote for that, but none of them talk about that. They never do. Wouldn't it be crazy if on the news, like CNN, Fox News, ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, all the dumb names, wouldn't it be interesting if they were actually allowed to show off a mangled dead body from a car wreck? Wow, that'd be mind-blowing. It'd be mind-blowing if they were allowed to show that one time. They never show it. You're not allowed to see it. And yet it's so horrifying. If you ever saw it, it's so horrifying. You might actually choose to be a better driver. And it's not like they're showing you something that you're not allowed to see, and the real world would show you that, right? So humans in the wild, in the past, they knew what it looked like when humans died. They saw it all the time. But in the future, you're not allowed to see that stuff. In 2019, your eyes are carefully shielded from reality. You never see what it looks like when people die. You see grandma and grandpa, and they get put into a coffin, and they're wearing a suit and a dress. And some guy who's an expert with chemicals carefully dresses your grandparent up so they look presentable. You never see a dead bloating body, not in real life. You never see an exploded head from a car crash. You never really see that, unless you were involved in it. But it's like, I feel like if people had to see that, A, they would realize, oh yeah, I'm living in the real world where people die. And 2, you'd be like, maybe I should drive better. That could be me. That's what's supposed to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. That's what your eyes are supposed to see. Consequences. But we've detached ourselves from consequences because it's, I don't know. I don't know why they don't show that on TV. I imagine people would click on that. Maybe it's just some weird rule. We can't show that on TV. It's not allowed. The kids will see it. Yeah, kids are people too. It's not like reality is different for children. It's the same reality. Coral crystal. Coral crystal. Nice. We're almost done, guys. We're going to head out after we grab these other crystals. Hurry up. Wait, does it not... Did they run by different timers? Look, it's not back. When there's a shooting, it's because of video games. I know. That is, in fact, Clown World. That is hardcore Clown World. It is such hardcore denial. So, and you could argue about what the real reason for it is. I loved killing that dragonfly, by the way. It made me feel good. You could argue about, people will have different ideas about what really caused the shooting. But one thing is for certain, it was not video games. You have all these Asian countries, South Korea, Japan, they love video games. They play more video games than us. I don't know if they still do. They play tons of video games. They've had games for so long. Almost no gun violence in their countries. Almost none. almost no mass shootings in their country. It is not the games. Such a ridiculous claim. Such a cop-out, you know, such a scapegoat. Video game scapegoat. Oh man, I played some Monster Hunter. I feel like doing some colonialism. I feel like, I'm not even going to say, I'm going to get myself in trouble on YouTube. Anyways, Victor says, not going to lie, I learned how to drive because of Grand Theft Auto. It's amazing. You know, when I was a kid, I actually played a lot of Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Blue, and it actually increased my vocabulary. I remember feeling this. I would have been, I don't remember how old I was, but I remember feeling how impressed I was at how many words were in the game. There were words like incinerator. I would never use incinerator in regular conversation, but I kind of knew what it meant. It meant, set this guy on fire with this terrible graphics. Flamethrower, it was a ball of fire. Fireball, I don't know. Fireball's pretty simplistic. Flamethrower is actually pretty simplistic too. But there would be all kinds of words like endure. And I wouldn't exactly know what the word meant, but reading it in the game and understanding the mechanics of what was happening when you would use a move in the game, it actually broadened my vocabulary to play it. Yeah, so it was interesting. Broadened my vocabulary. Nobody talks about that. Small kids should not be allowed to see such things as that. There could be serious psychological effects from seeing something like that. I guess. That's what everyone says. In Japan, having a gun is heavily regulated, so that'd be kind of hard for someone to go on a rampage. Old coworker of mine worked for a towing company and has a DUI driver hit a motorcycle and they picked up parts of the biker for a quarter mile. Damn. That's terrible. Okay, I think we should... oh, no, wait. What am I saying? We're not done. We got to upgrade this hammer. I'm like losing my mind here. Just because of the way we landed. We're near the end of the stream. It's almost time to wrap it up. We're going to move on to the card channel, right? So let's see. We're going to go ahead and upgrade equipment. Iron Demon is going to become Iron Demon 2. Ta-da! And then it's going to become Iron Demon 3. Ta-da! Iron Archdemon 1. Here we go, Nergitree. Ah, we don't have Nergigante tail. Of course not. That would be too easy. So we need to fight a low-rank Nergigante? I think we need to fight a low-rank Nergigante. I think that's right. No, there is no such thing as a low-rank Nergigante. So we just need to fight a regular Nergigante, that's all. Oh, no, let's go fight him right now. Get it done. You know what I mean? Let's get that tail. Okay, let's go ahead and post. Investigations. No. Let's go under optional. Ah, that's master rank. Let's go to low rank, high rank. Optional. Here we are. The Eater of Elders. Cue that up real fast. My mother has been a victim of many car crashes. It's a miracle she's still up and moving. She's one tough cookie. Cookies. Gobble, 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 gobble. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this real fast. Alright, for everyone joining this particular quest, keep in mind we're cutting the tail on Nergigante. I need that Nergi tail, okay? Just a reminder. Bully Nergi time? Hell yeah. Frick yeah, man. Collect this harvest. Harvest. I wish they would add like a new fertilizer that would let you fertilize even more. I would be down for that. Why does she have the exclamation part? What? Oh, do I need to talk to them? What the hell? Are they just proud of me? Alright, Cirrus Handler. Do you want to go on a date, Cirrus Handler? I'm so tired of the regular handler. I'm ready.
Not bad.
What a beast you are. I think this guy's into me. Bruh, goodbye, partner.
Well done, Bart. Yeah.
Oh, nope, I do not want to leave the quest. And we're ready to go. Excellent. Excellente. Oof. Always wanted to own a motorcycle, but seeing how badly people drive in general pisses me off. Speaking of people driving bad, not only is it people in cars, is it just me, or do people on motorcycles do they drive like assholes? That's not me. That's only me that's saying that, right? They do this thing where they think, "Hey, I'm on a motorcycle. That means I should definitely drive between two cars to pass them. Like, not pass them like normal, but squeeze between them on the line between the two cars, right? Because I got a motorcycle." That happens all the time. And it's not just young people. Actually, old people will do it too. And it's the dumbest thing ever. And I don't know why they do it. And it drives me nuts. Let's cut this tail. I have a hard time reading, then to read things that aren't there or skip word feels bad, man. What? He was trying to prove his point. I drove a motorcycle for a month and stopped because of too many close calls. I want one of those golf carts. There's a neighborhood my wife and I want to move into. It's a really nice little neighborhood. It's not like too wealthy. It's like a middle class neighborhood, and but it's been specifically designed to be kind of like urban. I think it's got a term for it. It's called like new urbanism. So the houses are designed to not have driveways. They don't have yards. They have a sidewalk, and the houses are all very close to each other, and you can go for really, really beautiful walks. So we're really interested in maybe moving to a place like that. And it's so cool. Everyone owns like a golf cart, I guess. And what people do is they go around to like the center. The whole thing's been really planned very carefully. There's like a main street. There's little shops you can go to that are just part of that neighborhood. And everyone goes around on their golf carts. It's so funny, and it looks honestly very fun. So we're thinking about trying to move in there someday when we have the student loans paid off, and we're done helping her parents, and her parents are in a stable position. Oh man, we got the immortal dragon scale. Rip. Too early. But yeah, so we're thinking about doing that, and they make those golf carts look really fun. They really do. Let's kill this guy, guys. Let's rickety wreck him now. We're done going for the tail. Well, that was kind of pointless. I was outside of the roar, and I think I would have been late or early. No, come on, man. Nice job. Where I live, the only people that drive motorcycles are boomers. Yeah, the Harley Davidsons and all that stuff. It's funny how like fads are less sexy over time. Yeah, I'm a devil's angel. I'm a tough guy on a motorcycle. Gross, dude. I wear leather and I'm free. Mimi Yako says, "Nah, that's just you. Motorcycle drivers are so savage." Oh, he says it's not just you. I'm sorry. Motorcycle drivers are so savage. It feels almost that some of them taunt you so that they get rammed. Yeah, exactly. Like they want to drive aggressively because they're in a very small, fast, or agile vehicle. They want to show you how much faster they are or something. It honestly makes me want to like open my car door on them to just smack them. But I would never do that, of course, because I don't break the law. I just don't. Just don't break the law, and you will never be in trouble with the law. Where I live, oh, I already read that one. I have a Rune Energy investigation up if you need for the final upgrade. Thanks, man. You should create fun for new CPU. There is a high school in my state that has a dedicated parking lot for golf carts because there are so many people that have them. Oh, that's so cool. Copperhead says, "Hey, if Sora wants to make another investment, you might be able to." What? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean by that. Clutch Claw spam the tail with Greatsword is fun as heck. Always look out for the HOA. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Did we get the tail? I bet we didn't get the tail. Always look out for the HOA before moving into a neighborhood. The House Owners Association is what Saul Cruz is talking about. He's absolutely right. Basically, it's like It's basically a group that creates mini laws, if you want to think of it that way, for your neighborhood. They can say something like, no, you're not allowed to own a boat. If you do, you have to keep it in storage somewhere. Or no, you're not allowed to add an expansion to your home. Or, things like that. Homeowner associations can be really controlling. They can be nice too, though, because, if you have a neighbor who he's kind of a slob, he's going to get in trouble with the HOA unless he cleans up his yard, and then you don't have to live next to a slob. And this kind of helps with keeping up the image of your neighborhood. So when you go to sell your home, that's a very good idea, right? So there's good sides and there's bad sides to HOA. The point is you should be educated into what you're buying into when you do buy into a home. Know your neighbors, know your HOA. One of the things my wife and I did was we looked very carefully into the crime rates of where we moved to. Okay, wait a second. Did we get the tail or not? Let's go see. The Goody Two-Shoe Economist. That's right, I'm Goody Two-Shoes. HOA equals cancer. I have an HOA and I hate them. Fucking. Yeah. Wouldn't it be... Oh, we need 2 Nergy tails in all. Oh my god. Let's go ahead and post them again. God damn it, man. Unless somebody has a low-ranked Nerg, which probably none of you do at this point. Can't imagine why you would. Eater of Elders again. God damn it, man. How's it going, Samuel Anderson? He says hello. Oh no, error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. I'm sorry, guys. It looks like we're having a little more lag. Hope it clears up soon. Let's go ahead and have a voucher. We're going to pay for this. Eat a meal. We're going to go with custom platter. Oh, so I'm not going to do it right now. I was going to say, I wonder if I could do a speed test. I bet I could do it on my phone, actually. Where's my phone? Hold on. I'm going to see if I can do a speed test on my phone. I don't want to do it from the computer. Oh, but it looks like it's clearing up. Oops. Close that. Cancel that. Close this. I'm going to try and do this right away. Spectrum speed test. Is it cleared up yet? Ah, darn it. It looks like it cleared up. I want to know if it's my provider so badly. If it is, I don't know what to... I do this as a career. I can't have bad internet. It's just stupid. Download speed is great. Download speed is doing really well. Of course, I shouldn't be having any trouble with the download speed. Okay, upload speed. Ooh, upload speed is a 4. Well, maybe that's because I'm actually live as well. And actually, it's improving right now as I speak. It's up to 7 now. 7.5. It's not exactly where I'd like it to be. It's supposed to be a 10. But you know what? A 7.5 in the middle of the stream is actually not bad. Also, I'm going to do it again. HOA has entered the chat. Okay, let's get over there. We got to cut his tail, everyone. Don't forget, we're cutting Nergigante's tail. And then we're going to use Iron Carver to get 2 carves on that tail. Do you have business internet? I'm thinking about it. I contacted Spectrum the last time I talked to them. They said maybe you should consider applying for being a business. I don't know if that will greatly improve my upload speed. I don't need good download speed. Just the upload speed is obviously very valuable to me. Oh, that still hit me? Jesus. Use NordVPN. I restarted the stream and I'm good now. Whoa, the tail's already cut? So I need 2 of these suckers. I did not know that the first time. 2 Nergy tails, everyone. Immortal Dragon Scale. Awesome. There we go, Nergy tail. Look at that. That's the first Nergy tail I've ever carved. Wow. I really zoomed through everything on my PlayStation account. Not done that much on this account. It's a sad, starving account. Thought that he was going to hit me. Apparently not. Alright, let's kill this sucker. Nice job. That's how it should always be. So fast. So hopefully we get another tail in the reward screen. Of course we might not. And there we go. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Let's do another speedrun test. A speedrun test. Speed test. Oh, the download's not doing as well now. What is up with this? Man, I'm going to contact them. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I don't want to have to fucking call Spectrum. So the download speed is back up to normal. Actually, the upload speed is doing about what it did last time. No, the upload speed's floating around 5. It should be a 10. But the problem is, I don't think it truly gets a 10 when I'm live. So if you think about it, some of the bandwidth should already be being used by YouTube. Smooth 5 FPS. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what it is. It might actually be my internet. I don't know if it's my internet or YouTube. It might actually be my internet. I may need to have to call Spectrum and tell them fix it or I'm gone. Because you have no idea. I'm so tired of having problems with the Spectrum. I wish we had more than 2 internets provided. You get Spectrum and you get AT&T. Those are the main internet providers in America. Call them on stream. What if I did that? I could call Spectrum and I could be really mean to them while I'm on the phone and you guys could hear it. Why the fuck is my internet? You know, just go off on them. I'm getting fucking 5, bro. Why am I getting 5 Mbps, bro? He'll be like, okay, thank you, sir. Can I get your last name? Can I get your first name? All right, I have to tell you that we're recording this call and you know, all the crap, right? I have a HR Nergy investigation, but would have to cancel the ruiner. Oh my gosh! Once again, I did not check and see if I got a tail in the reward screen. I'm so dumb. Let's see if we can do it, though. No, we did not. Spectrum is always bad. I'm starting to feel that way. I've been a Spectrum customer for a long time, and they give me special pricing because of that, and I'm thinking it's time to just leave, because I just can't have shitty internet for my live streams. It's too important. I do this for a job. It's not a, oh, it would be nice if my live stream was fast. It's, wow, this is damaging me, because oh, that's Ruiner. I think somebody said that they had a actual high rank investigation for him. Let me check and see if I have one. Oh, right. Spectrum bought out. Yeah. What are they called now? Investigations. Wait, isn't that what they are called now? I thought it was Spectrum. How's it going, Sinbad? Can't talk. And once again, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Tell you guys what? We're going to go ahead and wrap up here because I don't want to sit around waiting to see how bad my internet is going to continue to be. What we're going to do instead, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up now. We'll continue fighting Nergigante and getting Nergigante tails tomorrow. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go open up some 20-year-old booster boxes, vintage booster boxes from the Pokemon Jungle card set and the Pokemon Fossil set. So that's what I'm... What the frick? This website's not even working now. You gotta be kidding me, man. Hold on, let me try refreshing this. I was going to leave you a link to the website. Hold on. Not to the website, to my other YouTube channel. There it goes. God, that's so bad. Not trying to flex, but I'm from Portugal, and I have 1 Gbps internet. Well, it's an upload speed problem, apparently. So here's the link to the Pokemon card channel if you want to join me over there. I'll have that up and running in about 10 minutes, probably. So we're going to have a little setup, and then I'm going to be streaming that. Again, I'm going to be opening up some 20-year-old Pokemon booster boxes. And we have 1 pack for Anthony Tran to open, and we got a pack to open for, we got 2 packs for Dr. Badlove. So we got 3 packs to open. It's actually $150. It's more than $150 of cards that we're opening. So it's going to be very interesting. I hope you guys will join me over there. We'll start that in 10 minutes.